What is up, boys and gals? How the fuck are you all doing? Now, you might be wondering, why do I look like this? Well, that's because in today's video, we're going all the way back in time to the year 2009. Michael Jackson, Dead. A very sexy happy birthday song that perfectly describes what every man wants for their birthday is released. Glee takes over the world, and bullies everywhere are working overtime by not just beating up nerds, but also theater kids. And of course, Boxxybabee rises like a phoenix and leads the way for a new generation of Hot Topic kids. If you've never heard of Boxxybabee before, let me tell you something. You didn't miss out on much. You know those super annoying fucking TikTokers that do the ice cream yummy bullshit? Well, Boxxybabee was the original person to act like an NPC, except she was emo. That's why middle school emo girls in 2009 really latched on to Boxxybabee, because they could finally feel seen by this emo chick that thinks dipping her chicken McNuggets that she got from McDonald's in sweet and sour sauce is the quirkiest fucking thing on earth, even though a lot of people that are normal and go to McDonald's, they already do that shit. Obviously, there's a lot for me to say, so let's just jump right into FOAR 4DD1 from Boxxy. Jesus Christ. Please, tell me this bitch is at least dyslexic, because fuck me. That's just horrible.
Hi. Okay. My name is Boxxy. Most of you know me as, most of you know me as Boxxy, I suppose. If you're watching this, you probably know me as Boxxy.
Right off the bat, something tells me this bitch forgot to take her Adderall this morning. Oh, wait, sorry. This is 2009. What I meant to say is, something tells me this bitch forgot to take her Ritalin this morning.
A lot of people don't know me as Moldy Lunchbox, and so yeah, that's my Gaia username on Gaia Online, and I told my Gaia Online friend buddy, one second, I'm uncomfortable.
You and me both, Spaz McGee. I am extremely uncomfortable, and how the fuck are you gonna have 4 different names? You got Boxxybabee, Bodacious Boxxy, A New Hope with 3 E's at the end, and Moldy Lunchbox. Seriously, you need to pick one of those names and stick with it, because even a bitch in witness protection doesn't have as many names as you. Maybe a schizophrenic, but you know, it's too early in the video for me, a non-licensed doctor or psychiatrist, to diagnose you, even though there's clearly something a little funny with you and your brain. And holy shit, I don't know about the rest of you, but when I heard of Gaia, I haven't thought about that shit in years. For those of you who were born in the mid to late 2000s and probably never heard of Gaia before in your fucking life until this very second, basically, Gaia was this forum-based website, kind of like Reddit, as well as a social media platform like Instagram, where you could create these chibi pixelated avatars and meet strangers online that shared the same interests as you. Yep, nothing dangerous about it. Whoops, I guess I forgot about the porn, drugs, self-harm, and pedophiles pretending to be someone they're not just to get little girls to send them nudes. My bad.
I told my Gaia Online buddy friend, Admiral Awesome, that I would make a video just for him, so I'm doing it. Here it is. Addy, I love you. I love you.
Admiral Awesome? What, was Colonel Badass and Lieutenant Amazing already taken? Something tells me this Addy individual never actually served for his country and has been walking around these past 16 years as a stolen valor. I know your little secret, Admiral Awesome, and let me tell you something. Until you show me your badges, I will continue to call you out for the fraud that you are. And ladies, hear me out. If you got a guy friend that won't take no for an answer, just refer him as your Gaia Online buddy friend, because nothing will make that man's dick softer than being called that. And you know, if he still doesn't take no for an answer, just cut him out of your life, because that dude will not stop until you're chopped up into little pieces and buried in his backyard.
And so let's see. What about just so you know, Addy, because I know you're watching this, because you're such a conceited bastard.
God damn. You make this personal video for your stolen valor Gaia Online buddy friend, who's most likely a pedophile, and then you refer to him as a conceited bastard? You're a terrible friend, and seriously, it's not too late to pop one of your kooky pills, put on your favorite Paramore album, and just mellow the fuck down. Because you know what? You're the one acting like a conceited bastard.
I don't normally talk like this. I'm normally like all over the place like I am right now, but it's a calmer voice most of the time unless I'm like really hyped up, because then it's different even still from this. But let me try to get my calmer voice.
You're telling me you don't normally sound like Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory? What the fuck? I thought that was your normal speaking voice. No wonder you and Admiral Awesome are best friends. He's a stolen valor, you're a lying bitch, and together, you both make one great big phony.
Hey, you're a great big phony, you know that?
And what the fuck is with that cough? That shit sounds like you were patient zero for spreading the coronavirus, or that's that pregame phlegm Haley Welch uses before she gives a guy a hot tua.
Yeah, I'm really like, it's fun. It's cool. There it is. But it's going away now because it's just so crazy.
I'm pretty sure our new friend Boxxy was just possessed by an elderly Chinese man from the Zhao dynasty, or she's speaking some kind of satanic, ritualistic language that summons Cthulhu, because I have no idea what the fuck this bitch just said besides, "It's cool and it's fun." You know, what's happening is, I'm just not emo enough. I was emo once in a lifetime ago, but I grew up and I stopped being a fucking loser. I think what I need to do is channel my inner emo kid. Maybe watch a Jack Weber video, sign a petition for Vans to bring back Warped Tour, and maybe, just maybe, I'll be able to better understand what it is to be the emo.
It is crazy. Okay, I love you. I love Addy because like he's really fun to talk to and stuff, and like I only met him like 2 days ago and we're like married, and it is crazy because we love each other so much.
Well, I did all those things and I still don't understand what the fuck people see in this Boxxybabee chick, but I do understand what she's saying a little better now, so I can confidently say she's definitely giving one flew over the cuckoo bird's nest. I mean, you meet a stranger online 2 days ago, and you already talk about being madly in love with each other. Usually, it's the other way around, where the creepy old guy pretending to be a teenager with his hands down his pants and asking you to send him pictures of your feet is the one professing his undying love for you. Not the other way around, where the emo chick is confessing her love for the pedo. Until we hear Admiral Awesome's perspective on the relationship, I don't believe her. Better yet, I would like a welfare check on this man, because I know it's been 16 years, but I need to know for my own sanity that this bitch didn't go full Ted Bundy and murder his ass, because she's really sounding fucking cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
And we are twinnies, like all over the place. It is crazy. His avatar is like a manhole, and I had a avatar a really long time ago. It was a slut avatar.
No offense, My Chemical Romance, but you're not really giving off the slut vibes. You just sound like every other teenage girl that bought all her clothes at Hot Topic, thought Collide with the Sky was the greatest fucking album ever made, and your best friends were either your therapist or a razor blade. Remember, my little emo freaks, attention results.
And I made a sign for him, and it was on my boob, my upper boob, and his heart. It made a red mark because I had to keep erasing it. It really sucked.
If I had known that you wrote a stranger's name on your tits, I probably wouldn't have made that self-harm joke, so you know what? I take it back. You are a slut for writing this random man's name on your boob that you met 2 days ago. You know, in middle school when everyone was just super horny and was wearing silly bands, aka sex bracelets? Knows how bitches isn't wearing any? Well, that's because this little she-devil is a whore. A little emotionally damaged freak who, if I was in middle school with, I would have used that to my advantage, and I would have snapped her brown, blue, and black silly bands, because I too was a horny, freaky little meat biscuit that was down to clown in Browntown. That there's an innuendo, boys and gals. What I'm saying is, I would have eaten her ass, eaten her pussy, and probably fucked her, because I was cool in middle school, and I always use my weekly allowance on those sex bracelets, as well as a can of Chocolate Axe body spray.
He keeps donating to my quest. Thank you. I don't know how to thank him because I'm so poor. I've never had like 100K in my life, and because I'm a dumb guy and stuff.
Never had 100K in your life? Damn, you poor as shit. Not to brag or anything, but my father gave me a small loan of $10 million that I quickly invested in Neopets and Webkins. Because, you know, it was the early 2000s, and the stock market promised that they were going to be the next big thing, and not another Birdie situation. Boy, was I just a silly dumb little guy back then. Also, if you don't know how to thank this guy, you're a chick. Men, we're not picky, nor are we sentimental in the sliced bit, so you know, just offer him some hand stuff, and you'll be good.
I wear too much eyeliner, FYI, Addie, in case you couldn't tell already, but that's okay. I don't know what you look like.
You and me both, sister. This took a half hour, and the nail polish took an additional 20 minutes, so you can only imagine how long it's gonna take for me to get this shit off. Like 5 minutes, but you know, it's still a major inconvenience. By the time I get most of this shit off, I'm gonna look like a sloppy drunk chick crying in the club because she's had too many drinks. That being said, I don't know what the Stolen Valor looks like either. I do have some guesses, based off the information you've told us of him having enough money to continuously donate to your Gaian quests. A grown man. Did I make this joke already? Well, in case I didn't, this dude's obviously a grown fucking man sending you money in the hopes you might send him some naughty photos to his AOL wearing a 3-row stud belt you bought using your hot cash.
And yet here you are, you know what I sound like, you're a bastard. I'm gonna have to ask you for a picture. I'm probably a returning sign too, you're being very rude, you know. Very rude indeed. I don't appreciate it. My hair's shaking everywhere. I don't appreciate it.
Returning what? What the fuck did this Edgar Allan Poe wannabe just say? Seriously, I've watched this back about 5 different times with the captions on, and I still have no fucking idea what she just said. Also, no fucking shit, Sherlock. You're just now realizing you should have asked this stranger that you met 2 days ago online for a picture? If we're being honest, based off what we've seen, you've confessed your love for the stranger, you've written his name on your itty bitty titties, and now you're making this personal video where it seems like you can't concentrate for shit because you keep getting distracted by this squirrel running around in your backyard. Am I correct with this assessment, or should I just fuck off and do what you're doing by living in a fantasy world where I'm just a silly old dumb Gaian? It's 2025, and even if I don't have the downstairs lady parts, I could still identify as a silly old Gaian chick, because you know, all I have to do is say it, and people have to respect me and my choices. So, as of this moment, I am openly identifying as a black, skinny, lesbian woman who definitely doesn't have any form of autism and just a pinch of Down syndrome. Oh yeah, and I'm emo.
Now, you know, no one will find this funny except for a couple other people, I don't think. So that's okay. But, you know,
I agree. The ratio of people that found your content funny is pretty fucking slim. You've obviously got the views and the subscribers, which means you've got a lot of people following you, but I don't think they're following you for the right reasons besides to goof on you like I am. Especially because they can't understand what the fuck you're saying.
yeah, so I love Addie. Addie Pants.
Are you fucking kidding me? How the fuck can anybody take this bitch seriously when she really just confessed her love for this stranger by his first and last name while also going full-blown Hannibal Lecter?
I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
And why the fuck has it taken me this long to realize the background noises? There was a person probably not even 5 feet away washing dishes while Boxxybabee films this video. That is so fucking funny. I don't really remember what the vibes were with YouTube in 2009 with using copyrighted music because, you know, I was literally 11 years old, but I feel like this bitch could have put a little bit more effort into making this video where she filters out the background noise so you don't have to hear someone doing fucking chores, or she could have just said fuck it and played some Evanescence in the background. How could you see into my eyes like open doors, leading you down into my core, where I become so numb. That's literally the only emo song I can think of off the top of my head, and it's probably their go-to song to jam out to after being bullied for being a fucking freak.
And if I know you on Gaia, then and you want me to make you a video, just say so and I will, because I probably love you anyway.
I guarantee you that if I make a Gaia account right now, message you, and ask you to make me a video, you fucking won't. And you definitely won't love me after I release my video where I make fun of you for, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. In fact, I would say you're incapable of love because you identify as an emo, but considering you've confessed your love 50 fucking times for this Admiral Awesome, I'm starting to question if you're even really emo. Or if you're just a big fat phony.
Hey, you know who lives in this house? A great big phony! That's right, a phony lives here!
I bet you didn't think I'd make that joke twice now, did you? What's she or her fellow emos gonna do about it? Hurt me? Yeah, right. Those fucking freaks would rather hurt themselves or journal about their feelings while avoiding confrontation than confront me, a grown man, that could easily kick their sensitive asses.
But Addie asked first, kind of. Yeah, Addie asked first, I guess. So, yeah, I love you. Bye, Addie.
So that's it, huh? Alright. I guess I should give my final thoughts on Boxxybabee, huh? What I will say is, out of the 3 people I've made videos on so far for this series, Boxxybabee is the least cringe. Like, Arcade Craniacs, they were fucking annoying. Whitney, Wisconsin, She's Had Joe, they were disgusting. And in my opinion, I don't think there will ever be somebody that surpasses the cringiness that is Run for the Cube. So I'm not saying Boxxybabee isn't cringe, she's just kind of like a little less cringe and not very entertaining. She kind of reminds me of the overly attached girlfriend, but that chick is way more recognizable than Boxxybabee, and she still holds some form of relevance in 2025 with memes and GIFs. I don't know a single person in 2025 who is sending out memes and GIFs using Boxxybabee. Seriously, who the fuck gives a shit about Boxxybabee in 2025? Better yet, why the fuck am I even making this video on a bitch that probably nobody even remembers? So I could put on a little bit of eyeshadow and wear nail polish? Maybe. All I can say is, I don't see this bitch make a comeback in 2025 or anytime soon. I hope she's doing well and learned how to speak some fucking English. And I really can't wait to take this shit off. I mean, this was not worth the bit. Well, boys and gals, that's gonna be the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I would just like to say, I apologize for not posting a video last week. I know I said I was gonna post these videos weekly, but I don't fucking know what happened. I just didn't post it. If you would like to send your own recommendations of a YouTuber you'd like me to review for this series, feel free to email me, which I'll have listed on the screen, or you can message me on any of my socials, which will be listed in the description down below. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye now.